No way. That's great.
We landed on the moon!
What a nerd. Today's a big day. Artemis 2 mission is underway. The launch window opens for the first attempt to head to the moon since 1972. The window opens today at 6:24. That's when the launch attempt is going to start. And if it doesn't happen today, we have until April 6th to make this happen. And we're really excited, not only because Christina Koch, an NC State grad, with multiple degrees, because, you know, she's an astronaut. They're always overachievers. She's on board as a mission specialist and will be the first woman to make a lunar trip ever. She's not landing on the moon, but to make a lunar trip. And so this is just a huge day, and we are so excited.
Oh, my gosh. We've been talking about it all week, Sarah and I. We've just been nerding out just for the history of it all, because what this means is another step toward us doing really cool stuff on Mars, because the idea is the moon is going to be like a bus station where people will stop, get out, you know, maybe there'll be a Buc-ee's there or something. And then, you know, you'll go to Mars and do Martian things, I guess. Anyway, you can tell Sarah and I are informed, but we're not educated.
We do have an educated person on the line right now. He is a NASA spokesperson. He's an Area 1. There are apparently NASA people ready to talk science at a drop of a hat.
And I hear he was the fourth Tony.
Yes.
Before they decided to just be 3.
Yes, that's right. His name is Tony Rice.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
We're so
I'll
glad.
take it. That's music of my youth.
Yeah, feels good. Yeah, come on, Tony. Give us a little sample. Feels good.
Oh, that's not happening this morning.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
He's representing NASA this morning. He's got business to talk about.
Fair enough. Tony, this is a gigantic day for not only you, but for all of America, for women everywhere, those NC State alum who are locked in on Christina Koch, who will become the first woman to go to Mars. Artemis 2 takes off at 6:42 today.
6:24.
6:24. There we go. There's my dyslexia, which is why I'm not on the mission. So, Tony, for someone just waking up who's hearing about Artemis 2 for the first time right now, how big of a moment is this for humanity?
This is huge. You know, this is the first time that we've been back to the moon in over 50 years. And you touched on it a little bit there. It's the first time we're taking a woman to the moon. So I equate this a little bit to the Apollo 8 mission. That's probably the best analog, because that was the Apollo mission that did some of the same things. We're not going to be landing on the moon with this particular mission. That's going to happen with Artemis 3. But we are going to be testing out. This is like that test drive of that new car that you want to buy, but a lot more complicated than that. It takes a lot more training than that. Those 4 astronauts, including Christina Koch, which I very much want to talk about, and we need to brag on her some.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
NC State grad, and, you know, when she went to the School of Science and Math, just an incredible, incredible person. But those astronauts are going to go up there. They're going to spend the first couple of orbits around Earth, kicking the tires, testing out that Orion spacecraft, and doing some of the things that the, not mannequins, but moonikins that were aboard Artemis 1 were unable to do.
Interesting. So before we get into Christina, I want to know what is different about this than past moon missions. Why is this? Why does it need to be test driven? I mean, we've been to the moon before. Don't we already know how to do it?
We do, but think about how much technology has come along in the past 50 plus years. This is a brand new spacecraft. It's bigger. We're able to host 4 astronauts there, and the Orion capsule and the Space Launch System, the SLS rocket that is literally straight in front of me. I'm standing at the press site right now, and about 2 miles away, I can see the rocket, and I start to see some of the steam as they're starting to chill down some of the fuel lines.
Now you're just bragging. We're really jealous.
Ooh, yeah. Speaking of
it's a
steam,
gorgeous day.
Sarah's
I'll
starting to
take
get a
you a
little
picture if you
steamy in
want.
studio, hearing you talking about that rocket, man.
But it's this brand new Artemis mission is for this brand new Orion capsule that's not just going to take us to the moon. These are the first steps to take us onto Mars. That's the ultimate goal, is to put boots on Mars.
That's still insane to me that people are signing up to do that. That's a 5-year mission, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a challenge there that Mars doesn't move as fast around the sun as the Earth does. So you only have opportunities to get out there every 2 years. So you're
Oh.
not signing up for a 10-day mission there and back. The moon's next door. The moon's easy to get to. Mars is quite a bit farther away, and not only does it take a long time to get there, actually the light time, it can take up to 20 minutes just for a simple radio signal to get there.
So what's the plan? Give us a timeline. We're going to go to the moon with Artemis 3, and we're going to set up like a little station or a launching point to eventually get to Mars. When will that happen?
Oh, so it's like a midway point?
Is that it? It's kind of like, here's the bus stop before you go to Mars.
Something like that. This is like anything else. You've got to build it iteratively. You've got to be able to take small steps so that you're making sure that you have taken the right steps. And it's about testing along the way. The landing on the moon is currently scheduled for 27 and possibly 28. In between, we're going to send another uncrewed mission that is going to do nothing but test the docking between the Orion capsule, where the astronauts are riding up there, and the actual lunar lander that's being built as we speak. So that's all got to be tested out. We're not doing as many of those missions. To your point, we know how to go to the moon, but we still need to test all this hardware out, make sure it works the way we think it does, and also to ensure that we can get our astronauts there safely.
In my mind right now, because I'm weird, I see these astronauts landing on the moon, docking, and then there's a vending machine waiting on them with some refreshments.
Yes, of course.
They gotta
Weighed
take
down with
all
big
that with
rocks.
Exactly. Well, now's the time. Let's brag about Christina Koch. Talk about it. Why is she so special, and why is today so important for her?
Well, she's a North Carolinian. She was born in Michigan, and she still does have family up there. And she talks about spending time on a farm up there. But she's absolutely an outdoor girl. She grew up on the North Carolina coast, where she talks about climbing trees, and she graduated to flying planes. That's one of the things that she had to learn when she joined the astronaut corps, was how to fly those performance jets. They're not just that training is not just about learning how to fly that jet. It's learning about how to make decisions quickly,
Yeah.
which is really, really critical when they're up in space. But when I first learned that she was going to be part of the astronaut corps, she was working at NOAA at the time. She was actually down in the South Pacific studying the ozone and studying how wonderfully it has been repaired over the years. She transferred from there into NASA and began the training program. She's also been through the winters down in Antarctica, which is something not a whole lot of people do. So she's absolutely an amazing person, and it really gives her time back to North Carolina, too. The reason I reached out to her when I found out that she was joining the astronaut corps, I said, Christina, we have this wonderful museum in downtown Raleigh, and we have this event every year called the Astronomy Days. We'd love to have you come. And she's actually come twice.
Wow.
And she's also come and supported the NC State graduation. So she is very supportive of North Carolina, and we should be very supportive of her.
Yes.
And as an NC State alum myself, I am so proud of her. And I'm from North Carolinian, so a lot of reasons, and our listeners are as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, NASA Ambassador Tony Rice, thank you for giving up some time today. I know you've got a full slate. You've been up since the wee hours of the morning, and you're going to be following this throughout the rest of the morning, the afternoon, into the evening, and in the subsequent days to come.
Let's just hope that launch actually happens. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the
don't jinx it.
launch.
Yeah, there's nothing better than watching the sun rise over a rocket.
You know that's right.
Dude, have a great day, man. I know you will.